Hello and welcome to another video on Jana Watercolor. Today we are going to focus on two types of basic washes in watercolor, the flat wash and the graded wash. The flat wash and graded wash comes in handy when you need to cover large areas of the paper. A flat wash has the same tonal strength throughout the wash. A graded wash, on the other hand, incorporates kind of a gradual change in value as the wash progresses along. The tonal value could either increase or decrease. This is a painting I did earlier this year, and the sky is painted using a flat wash. And this part of the painting is an example of a graded wash. This is another painting of mine, and the sky is a good example of a graded wash. In most of the paintings, the flat wash or the graded wash is done at the beginning of the painting and are usually covered over with shapes that are painted in the subsequent washes. In this painting, I started off with a graded wash in this direction, but it was glazed over with kind of a bluish gray later on. But you can still see the change in tonal value that was achieved in the graded wash that was done initially. Alright, we'll start off with a flat wash. So the first step is to figure out how much water we need. So I'll just add some clean water. I'm just trying to gather enough water to cover this particular area, so I think that's about enough. Then I add pigment into it. So that's about right. Most important thing about flat washes is that you mix once and use it. You don't add water or pigment into the mix. You just mix it once and use it. That's it. It's a bit paler than I anticipated, but that's all right. I'm not adding pigment or water into the mix. I just mixed it once and using it. It doesn't matter if I go over the areas that I have already painted, as long as the wash is wet. There you go. A flat wash. Now we'll move on to a graded wash. The first step for a graded wash is the same. You figure out how much water you want and start at the top. Here, we don't add more water, but we add pigment to it. So I'll add a bit more pigment to the existing wash and continue where I left off. I add a bit more pigment and continue from where I stopped before. More pigment into the existing wash and continue. Looks like I've run out of pigment, so I'll add a bit more. No water, just more pigment into the mix. That's it. So that's a graded wash. Here I won't go into the existing the areas that I have painted before because it's a graded wash. So if I add much more thicker pigment, it will just lose the gradual increase in tone. So that's a flat wash and that's a graded wash. We'll let it dry and see how it looks after it's dry. I'll just remove the tape. So just to recap, in the flat wash, we just mix once and use it without adding more water or pigment into it. And for a graded wash, we start off with the lighter mix and then we keep on adding pigment to make it darker as we go towards the bottom. So hope you enjoyed this particular beginner's lesson. Please do subscribe for more content in the future. Thank you.